My journey to the Taylor Swift Night 4 in Los Angeles started with a production line of friendship bracelets after I finally acquired tickets from Ticketmaster once they added the sixth show in Los Angeles, which was 8/7. And then I proceeded to try to put together makeup inspired by Midnight, but I ended up looking like a clown and I just owned it because this week all Taylor Swift fans are just clowning around Los Angeles waiting for her to announce 1989 Taylor's version at SoFi Stadium. So I thought it was very fitting. We got to the stadium around 3:20 and we went directly to the merch line outside the stadium. That way I could buy my $300 worth of merch and leave it inside my car before going inside the stadium. The doors open at 4, and as soon as they open, we did go grab some drinks. Here I am having the Love Story pink lemonade, and we also got some hot dogs, a pretzel. Honestly, we should have walked around and looked for better food options. We basically just went to the first stand that we found, and they didn't have like the greatest options over there, but it was what it was. Gracie Abrams took the stage around 6:45, followed by, I believe you say Haim at 7:20. And both the concerts were very lively, which was really, really nice. I think I liked the Haim sisters a little better just because it's a little bit more upbeat. Gracie Abrams is great, but it's not my cup of tea. Around 8:15, the clock shows up, the countdown starts, and then it's just greatness from here on. The crowd goes absolutely bonkers, and it was really nice being on section 534 because I had a completely different view than the other night when I went for night 1 in LA. On night 1 in LA, I sat on the lower bowl, and here I am on section 500 as I mentioned, and I almost prefer this higher view of the stage just because the stage itself lights up. It has a lot of visuals and it adds so much value to the entire experience that you don't necessarily see when you're sitting closer. Of course, if you're sitting closer, you're seeing Taylor very close, but if you're sitting up top and a little higher, then you just have a completely different view, and I just think it was amazing.
it's just that freedom. That freedom for me, it's the most fun thing in the world. So thank you for being so, just embracing folklore the way that you did. This was an album that it's also really special to me because I started writing it 2 days into the pandemic. It was really kind of like an imaginary friend for me, making folklore. That album, like, I had a whole like imaginary world that I created in my head, and this cabin was a part of it. It was like, you know, in my imaginary world, I lived in this cabin in the middle of like the deep woods, and you know, it was all very like candlelight. I don't know, parchment paper, writing poetry on it with a feather quill, the feather that I collected in the woods that I lived in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a very detailed fantasy, but it worked, and I think that we all kind of needed to sort of, I don't know, go to different places in our imaginations at that time. And I also decided that creating characters would be fun on this album. I did that for the first time. And one of the characters that I really, really just loved writing from the perspective of was this teenage boy named James. Up with the love of his life, and he's gotta figure out how to make it right and apologize and like go to her house and really put himself on the line for her. And her name is Betty.
Some people did ask me why would I go twice to the same concert. I am a Swiftie, so it's very obvious why I would attend it twice. But even my husband and my sister-in-law, well, my sister-in-law is a fan, my husband not necessarily, but they, after this concert last night, they both said that they would totally attend another night just to have this experience again because it's simply amazing. Some people started leaving when Midnights came on. I find it disrespectful. I was there until the very last minute. I don't care how long it takes me to get out of the parking lot or how bad it is for me to get the Uber outside, but I would just see Taylor until the end. And here are some of the merch items that I got. I did get the blue crew neck in extra small, which was everything that was left, but it runs a little big, so I'm happy with it.